another Brain Candy podcast episode.
I accidentally just impersonated like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh,
what would he,
combusting through the wall.
Yeah. I wish he were real.
The Kool-Aid Man?
Yeah. Like
There was a funny episode of The Family Guy where they did this whole bit about how scary that actually would be.
Yeah, that would be.
A Kool-Aid, big, gigantic red guy busting through your walls. And then I think in the episode, like, the kids are like, ah! Like, because it's terrifying to have. And then he just comes in and is like, oh, yeah. And then, like, the parents look around like, who's going to take care of it? We have a hole in our wall. Like,
Right.
I'm glad we're hydrated, but...
I know. Like, who do you think... Was there a meeting where they're like, I've got a great idea.
Right.
It's a gigantic pitcher.
So you know those pitchers that they make Kool-Aid in? What if it were life-size?
Right.
Life-size like a regular pitcher? No, like life-size like a person.
Yes.
But bigger.
Right. A pitcher of Kool-Aid, but alive.
Right, with a big smiley face. Also, have you ever made Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
I have not.
Why not?
I've only used it to dye my hair.
What color?
Blue. And it rinses out.
How long?
Very short. Like maybe 2 weeks.
I
3
love
weeks.
it. I'm judging you. I put bleach on my scalp.
Right, and it would be great with your hair because it would just suck up that color. It
It
might
really
last
would.
longer on yours.
Right. It'd be like when you go in the pool and it turns green.
My 23andMe results said that I was a person who's likely to have hair that lightens in the sun.
That's true, right?
Which I would imagine would also be a person who's likely to have hair that absorbs Kool-Aid colors very well. But there was not a 23andMe result for that.
And wait, how, like a week, you say?
What, like how long it lasts?
The Kool-Aid.
Yeah, like a semi-permanent
days.
hair color, but like even less. Like you can, depend on how porous your hair is. Don't go like dyeing and then your hair with Kool-Aid and then come talking to me because it like stays in.
We need a disclaimer.
Disclaimer here. Use at your own risk.
Why didn't you ever drink it, though? I don't get it.
It was like not... My mom was the kind of parent who was super into all of the... Well, she still is. We were like a very health-conscious family. And my mom had this rule when we were little... Whenever we were at the grocery store, and, you know, kids run around, they, like, grab everything, and they're like, I want this cereal, I want da-da-da. And her one rule was, if you can pronounce it, all the ingredients, like, we go through the ingredients list, and she did such a good job of teaching us to look at the nutrition labels and read the ingredients and find out what was in there. And she'd say, go ahead. If you can pronounce every word in the ingredients, then we can get this product.
How'd that go?
Terribly, because I don't know how to pronounce monosodium glutamate or like what was there are other ones like the sucralose, like any of those weird sugar ones.
Yeah.
Where I was like, she'd be like, no, guess we can't get that.
Wow, that hurts.
And it worked because all the ones that are funky, you have the extra additive thing.
Yeah.
And so that's got a lot of those weird. And then she was very anti blue dye number 5, I think it is.
Yeah.
Because that's
Adam couldn't eat that.
Really?
Like it affected him. Maybe you had that too.
Maybe.
Like it made him as a child like have the hyperactive problem.
My little brother had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine I probably had the same reaction because Adam and I have like similar brain chemistry, I think, as far as like ADHD and all this stuff and your
anytime
new discovery
we're confused by
about
something about you, I'll be like, hey, what is this about? And he'll be like, oh, well, she's thinking like he's
So
our
great.
translator.
I really like that.
But I grew up in like one of those neighborhoods is super suburban, like lower middle class, blue collar. And, you know, we all had those. Everybody had the same friggin' Tupperware pitcher.
Yep.
And
I know it.
If I saw one now, I'd probably like get real nostalgic. But you put the Kool-Aid in there and then pour it out.
You drink the Kool-Aid.
You drink the Kool-Aid and then have a little snack or something.
Speaking of Tupperware, you know what I said goodbye to in my...
Oh, you didn't.
I did.
Sarah!
I know. Where was I going to...
We should tell them. They don't all know.
I let go. You know exactly what I'm talking about, which shows like how much time we spent together.
Right.
When all I have to say is the Tupperware thing. And you're like, no! I had,
Yes.
RIP. Or no, it's gone on to a better place, maybe. The like OG Tupperware taco party compartment big tray. And I really had to think, I'm like, when would I use this? So like at a taco party, but like where would I be having a taco party where I'm like outside where I need to like carry all the stuff?
I think you made a mistake, Sarah.
I may have, but you know what? What's done is done. And I even said to myself, as I was like putting it out there, you know, if you really wanted to, you can find this on eBay later.
Yes.
Like, I can hunt this same item down. It won't be the same one I had, but that's okay.
Yours wasn't the original, sort of like one you grew up with, was
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But I had to say goodbye to a lot of things that were like that. For example, one of my family has like made me the hoarder of all of our memories because like they give them to me, and then my mom's like, "Well, you can't get rid of this."
I
I'm
agree.
like, well, Mom, you gave it to me, and then you moved to Costa Rica because like you didn't want to get rid of it, so you pass it off to me. So now I'm like the hoarder of memories, and like I had.
I'm gonna
write
that down. That's funny.
I had this. There were a few things that were. I was just like, "Oh God, I can't believe I'm getting rid of this." When we were growing up, my mom had, and I will absolutely do this with my kids, on our kitchen table was this globe that was electronic. It was called Geo Safari World. And batteries went in the bottom, and you press it on, and it goes, burr, 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 welcome to Geo Safari World. And then it would give you trivia.
Yeah.
And then you would like hit the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I love that. That's
Wasn't
really
it great?
fun.
My favorite part was when it was a Canada question. It would be like, burr, 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 a Canada question. And we loved that. And so we had it out, and like that's how we learned geography. That's how we loved. We would always be like, burr, 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 a Canada question. It was great. And I had to say goodbye to Geo Safari World because I'm like, globes take up a lot of room. I have many globes, and they like. I've got your globe. I've got, the one you gave me is beautiful turquoise.
They are cumbersome.
They take up a lot of space. Yeah. You need like its own
and
box.
They're awkward.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't really pack
I'm like,
them.
where do I put this? It's like in the back of my car right now. It's like waiting to be transported. But Geo Safari World had to go. I also had from my grandma, I kept a lot of stuff. Like I have a brass cookie cutter set from, I don't know, it must be like the 1950s. That's a whole circus set.
That's
like
nice.
There's like a jungle.
Glad you didn't toss that in garbage like everything else.
I didn't. Thank you, Suze. I kept that, and I was like thinking, I'm like, wow, I'm probably going to make cookies with my children with this maybe once or twice in my life, but I'm still holding on to it. Whatevs. They were like family heirloom. So that I kept. But one I called my mom because I just like couldn't even. I'm like, what do I do with this? I have never used this item ever in my entire life. Neither has my mother. It is a lamb-shaped Jell-O mold from when they
What'd you do with it?
Bye-bye.
Damn it.
Did you want it?
Yeah, because
No!
Lincoln collects sheep.
No!
And we... No, it's okay.
All I wanted to do was
doesn't
pass
matter.
it off to somebody who appreciated it.
And so he collects sheep. He has all those sheep.
Yes.
And then we saw in the Guinness World Book of Records, somebody has the largest sheep collection of like stuffed sheep. And I'm like, we could beat that.
Yeah, I could have added at least 5 things to his collection. Which is really funny that he loves sheep, and like my one item that I've kept from childhood is Lammy.
Yeah.
That's my lamb stuffed animal. Did I ever
so
show Lincoln it?
No, I've never even seen Lammy.
Oh, I'll show him.
Will you though?
Yes.
What is he in, like a glass case? now?
No. He's hanging out with my Toy Story dolls. Like,
Okay.
yeah, he's like just chilling.
Yeah.
And Lammy, and every now and then comes out to like for a cuddle.
There's something about sheep. I mean, of course they're cuddly and
I had my
beautiful,
chia
but-
pet that was a sheep. You know?
Right.
I'm saying, like, what yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. Me and your son, you just got a love for sheep.
Sarah's being extra funny today.
Oh my God. When I called my mom about this sheep mold and I had her on like FaceTime, and I was like, Mom, what do I need to do with this? She's like, well, you can't give that away. I'm like, what?
I think she makes a good point.
And I'm like, Mom, you gave this, like, how many of these things that I quote unquote can't give away did
you give away?
Right. Did you give away?
Right.
And then gave to me, like, and now I'm not supposed to give away. I have 4 boxes of, like, memorabilia from childhood. Yeah. I don't know, what do you call it? I even labeled all my boxes as I was moving, because we're in a storage unit with a lot of stuff because I lost a garage, so I needed to get some place to store stuff. Uh-huh. The worst thing is going to a storage unit where all the boxes are the same and they're not labeled and you have to find one thing.
That's awful.
Awful. So I bought sticky labels. I computer typed every single the contents of the box. I put it on the outside of the box, and I went back and forth between what to call, because like Halloween was easy. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. What do I call the box of my stuff? I tried Sarah's baby stuff. That was like weird. Sarah's memory box. I was like memory box. Like, is that what? So I was like memory box, baby, memory box, elementary school, memory box.
Okay.
Adult, whatever.
Well, that's very organized.
And then I was like, by calling them memories, am I creating a weird attachment to them as the memory because I can have the memory without the stuff?
Oh, I see.
By calling it,
yeah.
So then I was like, do I just call it baby stuff? Because there's something about labeling it a memory box that then says all my memories are contained in that item. Mm-hmm. You know, there were a lot of things that my grandma gave me. Where I was
you got real deep.
I had to
that.
because I'm like, why is it so hard for me to get rid of these things? And then I had to think about the connection. And you know, I just said to Ren, I was like, I just have so many memories. He goes, well, the memories aren't in the stuff. It's like Marie Kondo, what he was like telling me.
Hoarders, they always say like, the memories
and the stuff. But when I called it a memory box, it then took on this new, like, deeper...
Yeah, that's true. Interesting.
Know? So I had to kind of analyze that. And once I labeled it as just kind of like, in my mind, stuff.
Oh, that's...
I know.
It's a low blow.
It? So there's like a lot to process when you're like getting rid of all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I told Ren, I literally touched every single item that I owned and had to make a decision about it. Mm-hmm. And how much energy it takes to make decisions. You know, I've said this a million times, and that Obama had somebody who decided what he wore every day because he recognized that you only have a certain number of decisions that your brain can even handle making a day, and he didn't want to waste it on something as silly as clothing. Mm-hmm. I had to make so many decisions, and I don't even know if I've recovered from the like energy that took.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, I do.
Especially after the divorce where I just threw everything in boxes.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm not going through it. I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
Well, later came, and I'm like, oh,
well,
what do I do?
One thing that's an easy decision is buying really cute shoes. And thanks to
deal.
Rothy's.
Oh my God. I don't think I didn't check out your new tan ones that you got there.
How cute are these?
I'm obsessed.
I like them even more than the white.
I do too. And you know what? I thought they were going to be a darker color. I love this color.
Me too.
It's very like a perfect neutral.
Thank you.
I know.
I
now
agree.
I'm, like,
I totally agree. And I was going to tell you, whenever you're looking for a gift for Allie or her baby, they have kids ones. They have llama Rothy's for kids.
Stop. Well, you know how she loves that. I've gone crazy with buying llama stuff. Ellie, you're going to get a llama Valentine's Day card. Or you already did. Right. Hope you enjoyed it. This pop-up is cute.
Rothy's shoes are so cute. They're so comfortable. They're made out of recycled plastic.
Love it.
Which you would think would make them gross, but they are certainly not.
So good.
But the best part of all is that they're washable. So these shoes are going to last you forever. As Sarah always talks about, my white ones are still white.
I wore my red ones on a military obstacle course in the pouring rain, washed them in the hotel bathtub, and they were ready the next morning.
I'm impressed.
For me to do a presentation with them.
See?
Put them out on the patio to dry. Perfect.
They have tons of colors. They have tons of patterns. And the kids' ones I looked at, they're so cute. They have like flames and like just really cute. They have a rainbow pair that I really wanted to get for Link because they say that they're for girls, but really they're just for any kid. Yeah. It'll blow your mind that they're made from plastic. I love that they're sustainable in that way. Go to rothys.com, rothys.com/braincandy to get your new favorite flats, comfort, style, and sustainability. These are the shoes that you've been waiting for. Head to rothys.com/braincandy today for you or your child.
Love it.
Okay. Any hoodles? Yeah. Your memory boxes. Yes. I mean, okay. Well, we'll just have to accept that we don't have a lamb jello mold now.
We don't. But I did learn something interesting. Well, I don't know if it's interesting. I read this article.
Okay.
That I always think info that's like
Yeah.
Like, those can sometimes be the funniest articles.
Yeah.
So this one was like somebody researched the honey bee sting pain index by body location.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Well, because let's refresh the memory. That Sarah, her boyfriend Ren has a fear of getting stung. He's never been stung. And she was like, why? It's no big whoop. It's itchy. She says it's itchy.
Yeah, it's itchy to me. It's just like a bad mosquito bite. Correct. I know. I know. This is.
That blows my mind, but maybe for her it is. It's not that way for me. So we had this thing where
What's it like for you?
Very painful.
Tell me everything, because I don't understand
this. It feels electric.
Like that. When you get stung?
Yeah.
Or what does it feel like after?
The same. Like that. It's like a burning.
Oh, Ren, do not listen to this episode. Mute it. Turn it off right now.
That's just, I'm a highly sensitive person, but I mean, and then it swells up real big and that sucks.
Yeah. Are you somebody who gets bit by mosquitoes a lot?
And that is itchy.
Yeah.
I know what itchy is, Sarah.
To me, it just like feels like it just really itches. Like,
okay.
It's
I
so
guess I
interesting.
understand what you're saying, but
like
mine
puffy,
has
but
pain
like,
too.
Wow. Yeah, I am going to check myself on that because I don't, which
You're
is so
unusual.
sad that I don't like, you'd think that I would because my little brother is very allergic to bees. And I've told the story on here, but I'll tell it again. When he was at a birthday party when he was about 7 years old. Oh, speaking of Kool-Aid, he was drinking a Kool-Aid squeezables. You remember those things that they came in a very soft, almost like Coca-Cola shaped bottle?
Yes, I do. Leah, shout out to Leah. I always stole hers because
oh my God, I love that. Squeeze-Its. Yes.
Squeeze-Its.
And there was a hole in the top, just the right size, where a bee went into the container. My brother drank it and squeezed it into his mouth.
Yeah.
Swallowed the bee. It stung him in the throat. One side of his face puffed up. Not both, oddly enough. Just one side. He looked like the Elephant Man. And it was so instant. We had to take him to the hospital. The swelling didn't go down for like 24 or 48 hours. It was like,
that's awful.
They cleared up. They made sure that he could breathe and everything.
But then you just got to get through it.
And you just got to get through it. And I wonder if my brother's scared of bees. I should ask him. But yeah, so I have seen the extreme, and I was just like, well, he swallowed it. That's probably why. But
I'm sure that didn't make anything better.
No, could you imagine being stung? However, the pain index does not indicate the esophagus as one of the most painful places.
That's a bit unusual.
I think it's just so funny that they have like a whole abstract and like it's so scientific, you know, and they've got like p-values and all that kind of stuff. And they said the 3 least painful places were the skull, the middle toe tip, and the upper arm.
Upper arm.
Yeah, kind of like where you get shots.
So it's like fleshy bits?
Yeah, that makes, but the middle toe tip.
That's very specific.
Because I've stepped on bees, and the worst place is the foot, like between the toes or on the, I was like, what? Wow, that seems crazy.
See. The middle toe
The skull.
What's a middle toe? Pinky?
Middle toe tip.
Oh, that guy.
Like the tip of your middle, but maybe because it's on the tip and not on the bottom, you don't step on it.
Oh, I see.
Maybe that's it. But I'm like, what bee is that specific?
And how are there that many people that have been stung on their middle toe tip?
For them to like find this info. Yeah, I want to see how many people they. It doesn't say that the number of people they use.
What's the worst spot?
The worst spot, and the last one is like, yeah, duh. 3 most painful locations were the nostril, the upper lip, and the penis shaft. Oh. Who has their dick out around a bunch of bees? Put your dick away. Like out? Just like like what? Tell me the situation where you got stung on the penis shaft. Like, is this a beekeeper who enjoys like, nude beekeeping?
They have on the whole jumpsuit, but then like flop their dick out the middle.
Just a hole. It's like a glory hole for bee stings. Unless you're like into that stuff. Maybe they were like really looking forward to the swelling.
I'm dying.
And like upper lip, I totally get. Nostril, understand. Like a zit in the nostril,
Sarah's
the worst.
Gonna keep talking like she didn't just say it was a glory hole for bee stings.
The bees are like, dicks. Oh.
That, I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, and a bee really only stings when it feels it's in danger. So what do you do with your dick that's making these bees scared?
Good point. Stop trying to fuck dicks.
Or bees.
Yeah, bees.
Stop trying to fuck
Wait,
bees.
I have a question, though, because it seems to me that the vagina flaps would be just as painful.
Yeah,
or
but we're not spreading them for no bees. And we already did an episode about guys masturbating with bananas. We didn't say anything about women.
Are you saying that you believe these dick stings come from people that are up to no good?
No, I don't know. Maybe like nudist colonies.
Okay.
They're just naked all the time and like...
And why the shaft would be worse? I would think that the tip would be...
Oh.
Sensey Wensey.
Maybe they didn't have enough data from that because not enough people have reported that. I would imagine oh my God, and the bee season is like a little tulip just right there. Land and pollinate. And then they were like, oh, wait, this isn't what I thought it was.
This is a dick tip.
Upper lip, nostril. Man,
I
nostril.
can see that.
Yeah, nostril would be awful.
Sense.
Just like a
what
zit
about
in
eyelid?
the nostril. Oh, my
That's
God.
gotta be
eyelid
a real
would be the worst.
Buzzkill, so to speak.
Oh, my God. Stop it with that hilarity.
Puns aplenty.
Even though I am not allergic to bees by any means whatsoever, I am allergic to some mosquitoes in certain places, like Big Bear. Very specific, I know.
Are they like a certain species of
Maybe,
bee?
or maybe it was, I don't know what it was, but my first year at summer camp, shout out to Camp Bluff, I was stung all over the place, but I was stung in the corner of my eye and on my hand and another place, and it puffed up so big, I had such a bad allergic reaction that bit.
Okay.
By mosquito bite?
Yeah.
Yeah. My eye swelled up and I couldn't see. I couldn't open my eye, and my hand swelled up that I couldn't close my hand.
Yeah.
So they took me to the emergency room. My first year at camp is like day 3. I have to go to the hospital, and I was like, I love camp.
You're that kid.
I was totally that kid. On the ride up, I get terribly car sick and end up puking in. Now one of my closest dear friends, Dave Edler.
Yeah.
I puked in his cowboy hat. He was like,
oh wow.
I don't know if it was in the hat or somehow got on him, but he basically caught my throw up.
Wow.
And that's how we became friends. And it was so cute. He was like 17 and like a counselor, and I was like this little 7-year-old girl who's like, I have to throw up. Bleh! And he just like helped me and made it better.
Did he just throw that hat away or what?
I think so. I don't know.
I mean,
probably. And so I wasn't allowed to do. I wasn't able to do a whole bunch of the activities. Like I couldn't do riflery. I couldn't do archery because I couldn't shut one. I couldn't my eye. I couldn't see out of my eye in order to do this stuff.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hold anything because my hand couldn't squeeze.
Wow.
And they gave me some Benadryl or whatever, and it eventually went down. But I think now I'm going to be more compassionate to bee stings because I know mosquito bites are real bad for me. And here I am saying it's just like a mosquito bite. Meanwhile, I've been hospitalized for mosquito bites.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really make sense. Maybe my pain tolerance is high.
Well, that's definitely true. You have a very high pain tolerance.
Who knew?
But I'm trying to think of a segue. I don't have one. Whatever. If you have a high pain tolerance or not, you'll love Liquid IV like we do. That's all I know. They have the new Liquid IV Energy Multiplier. Have you tried it yet?
No, I haven't.
We tried it, and it's great because I gave up caffeine.
Yeah.
I gave up pop.
Yes.
And so this is such a nice thing to have.
I was going to say she gave up Coke, but that
was easy
funny.
To give up for me.
Yeah.
Diet Coke's no more for me. Liquid IV Energy Multiplier is the way to go. But I also just love their regular hydration multiplier, I think it's called. Yes. And then they also have a bedtime one too. They're all great. They come in a little packet. I swear you will love them because if you go after you have lunch and then you're like, mommy needs a nap.
Yeah.
This is the perfect thing to have because it'll help you fight your daily fatigue.
This helps you make better food choices too when you have energy in the afternoon.
Absolutely.
I know it does.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Fight fatigue. You don't have the crash either. And it's not like those processed energy drinks. It's so great. Premium matcha and green energy blend. Tastes delicious. I would tell you if it didn't. Well, I just wouldn't talk about it.
Correct.
And it's just really great. Nutrients, all that jazz. Get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code CANDY at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order on Liquid IV's website. Just go to liquidiv.com and enter promo code CANDY to save 25% and get better hydration and energy. That's liquidiv.com, promo code CANDY. Don't wait. Start fueling your adventures today. It's great for kids, too. Okay, not the energy one. Don't give them that. Yeah. No, I just meant the hydration one. The last thing I want is my kid to have energy for Pete's sake. Okay, wait. Can I talk about bees, or are you still talking about the stings?
No, talk about stings. One of, yeah, talk about yours.
Okay, so I just wanted to say, because you reminded me, because you were talking about bees, I watched the Oscar-nominated documentary Honeyland.
Oh,
it's on.
I haven't even heard of this.
I hadn't either until it was nominated, and then I was like, "What's this about?" And it was think on Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I don't know what their intention was at the beginning in filming this, but it was great because there was a big thing that happened, and that was, you just think, well, lucky they were there to film it.
Yes.
But I believe they were in maybe Turkey, maybe Greece, somewhere in there. They didn't actually say. Mm-hmm. And this woman who, she's probably like friggin' our age, but she looks really old.
Okay, because she had a hard life.
Yeah. And like not proper dental care and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
And she lives in this remote village, nobody else around, with her 85-year-old mom. Let's see, she might have been, maybe she's in her 60s then, which would make sense because she definitely, she looked older, but like I didn't want to make assumptions.
Right.
So anyway, she lives.
I see. 85-year-old mom. You do the math. Yeah. Okay, got it.
And
then maybe she looks great for her age.
Great
for 60, horrible for 32.
Right. So she has these beehives, and you watch her sort of caring for the hives and being meticulous about it. And they are in these rocks, and you take the rock down, and then you look inside. Cool. It's so beautiful, and it's a beautiful film to watch. But then at a certain point, some people come in with their giant camper into this like remote village. You feel like you're in another time, and then in comes the camper.
Yeah.
And they have kids, and they're like cuckoo crazy.
Yeah.
You know how like everyone has a neighbor like that?
Yep.
And they just have like shit everywhere.
I was just going to say the kind of people who keep their Christmas lights up till the middle of June.
Yeah.
And you're like, might as well leave them up the rest of the year.
Yes.
Because you're halfway there already.
And they're just loud and like fucking yelling at each other constantly and like really mistreating their kids, like, but not ashamed about it.
Right. Calling them idiots and stuff. Right?
Oh,
that I could totally
beyond.
see this. Yes.
And so you're seeing her, and she's like, what's going on? But
meanwhile, she's like daintily keeping bees.
Yeah, she's just like quietly living this really sweet life. And then in comes the friggin' circus.
Yeah.
And so then she kind of like enjoys the kids, and you see her like having a laugh with them and whatever. And, well, you just see how.
What?
I mean, he basically fucks up the entire thing and decides he's going to raise bees, and he buys all these hives.
Oh, no.
And then that affects her because the bees are all related.
Yes,
like
they are.
They intermingle, and so then all her bees die. And that's all she has.
No!
Yeah. And so it's really difficult to watch because...
Oh, no.
You're just rooting for this lady, and these fucking idiots ruin everything.
This is probably important to watch. It's like
so
a
good.
metaphor.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, let's really think. I haven't even seen it, and I can expand on that and see.
And it does make you realize, like, how all the pieces of the ecosystem are related, whether it's bees or humans.
%. You know, when you were asking, I was listening to the episode where we were talking about, like, I mentioned the big guy, and you're like, wait, do you believe in the big guy? And I'm like, no, there's like this universal connection of energy. That's the perfect example.
Yeah.
That the bees can feel like this is not the what, like.
Yeah, we don't live in a vacuum, and neither do humans. Look what happens when he comes in.
Yes.
And then he's not intending on ruining her life. But then eventually he ups the ante, and it gets worse.
Oh my God, I have to watch this now.
It's so good, and it's so beautiful. And I always love documentaries, but I knew it was good when the next day Adam texts me and goes, how about that movie?
Oh.
You know?
But then I'm really going to love it. Adam love it.
Mm-hmm. And you're just, all you think, I got to look it up actually. I'm like, what happened to her after? Like, how does this end? Because I think it ends on a hopeful note, but it also ends on a note where you think, no matter what, it's going to be a long road.
Yeah.
But you know what was poignant?
Where was this?
I think maybe Greece or Turkey.
Oh, right. You said that.
She referred to herself as a Turk, but she was like, I think that family is Turks, or they might be something else. So I think it's like a place where ethnicity sort of travel.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But one thing that was poignant to me was that when she went to the market to sell her honey, she wanted to buy hair dye. Mm-hmm. And so she bought some chestnut-colored hair dye, and then she was doing it in front of her mom, and her mom's like, what are you doing? And she was like, everyone wants to look nice, like even if it's just for themselves. Like no one could see her.
Right.
There was no men. There was
Her
nothing.
86-year-old mother is not going to judge. Yeah.
But it was important to her. And at first I was like, well, that's ridiculous. She's living in poverty. Why is she buying hair dye? But then I thought, no, everyone deserves something.
Absolutely.
It was $2.50. Like, why not?
And to think about that act of just like something that we just do all the time.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go like, I'll get a spray tan. Oh, I'll go get my hair done. Oh, I'll go get whatever. That in that community or with that, I don't know, those resources or lack thereof, that scene is like,
luxury.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What do you?
Yeah.
You
How
need to
dare you?
explain
You're
this.
not deserving.
Right.
Yeah.
And what that would like.
Yeah.
Where that would keep a person.
And it reminded me of an episode of Oprah I saw years ago where she was visiting a village. I think it was in Africa. And they had just like a hut that the whole family lived in. And in the middle was like a pole, kind of like a circus, middle. Mm-hmm. And they had wrapped around it like a pink ribbon. Mm-hmm. And Oprah was acknowledging how everybody wants some beautiful in their life, like even if it's just a ribbon on a pole.
Yeah.
And I think that chestnut hair dye was her version of that.
Yeah.
Like something. You need something to live for. She had nothing else.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine the list.
I don't even know what she did all day because it was like there was no people around,
right.
No TV, no anything.
That reminds me of
like
the
a challenge.
documentary about and Lord knows what we do on there.
Well, before you finish, let me just say that one thing that you can do if you want to protect your hut is to get a Ring doorbell kit for checking who's at the door.
Yep.
The camera, all that. It goes right to your phone. So it's like a smart video situation. I was just reading this article about how somebody was using the Ring app and then the Ring and how like they got so into it because a lot of us spend a lot of time in our homes and like just car to place. We're not actively involved in our neighborhood. So it was like all of a sudden it opened up the world to them, but it's like their own neighborhood.
Right. And isn't there like, it's all kind of connected now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the Ring system is set up so that if somebody comes to your door, you can talk to them through the device on your phone. And if there's a package or a surprise visitor, you get an alert. You're able to see, hear, and speak to them. It's really convenient. And as a listener, you have a special offer on a Ring starter kit available right now with a video doorbell and motion-activated floodlight cam. The starter kit has everything you need to start building a ring of security around your home. Just go to ring.com/braincandy. That's ring.com/braincandy. And you can get connected and see what's what, whether you're like away or if you're just inside and you're like, who the heck's at my... We're always like that.
Who's that at my door?
Who could it be?
Who is it?
I'm always like that. When my makeup girl Taylor was here one time, the doorbell rang and I'm like, is that for you? And she was like, why would it be for me?
Right.
I'm like, what ain't for me?
Well, it's not for me. Yep.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. What were you going to say?
It reminded me of the documentary about I can't remember the name of it, but the woman from Mexico who was the runner.
Oh, yeah, that you saw.
Yes.
Right,
where
right.
It's just, I don't know what she does.
That's so
I do.
true.
She runs. But nothing
That's
else.
all she
That
has.
is all she has. And that is...
It's not great.
And she even still cared about, like, they made skirts together. She always ran in a skirt that she made.
Right.
With her sisters
It does
and with her
sound
mom.
similar in that way.
It reminds me of that a lot. But thank goodness, nobody moved next door. And
I mean, your problems really are relative because whenever you see these more extreme situations, you're just like, I guess the word would be convicted. I felt convicted of my own privilege.
Tell me more about that.
Because you get caught up in your own pain, drama.
Yeah.
Not that it's not
right.
true.
Because feelings are feelings and they're all valid.
But you just think, well, how would I be talking if that were my life?
Right.
On a scale,
yeah,
I'm okay.
You are okay.
It's just a good check.
It is.
But that was always the word, like when I was growing up in the church, that's the word that they would use when like, you've done something wrong and you get that thing in your gut. They call it being convicted.
Oh, it's like I'm not even familiar. So I was like, tell me more because I don't know about that word.
Right, because it's an unusual usage. But I mean, that's the sense. It's like you see something you did wrong.
Oh, yes.
Or like how you can improve.
Absolutely.
or be thankful or whatever.
Yeah. I'm starting to get better at that the older I get, I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's your secret? Just mindfulness.
Yeah, mindfulness. Yeah. And then, you know, I tell my clients all the time, and I use this in my own life of like, let's zoom out on the problem. Like if I were to zoom out and I were to look at this like it was playing on a movie, it allows you to kind of take into another person's perspective.
When I read about that Caroline Flack from Love Island when she took her own life, we read about it and think, oh, you had it all. If you could have just seen what we all see. But
zoom out.
Is that hard?
Yeah.
It's really hard when it's you.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Yeah.
I have, I want to talk about something.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
Oh, I don't.
Did you see the viral video of that guy on the airplane pushing that woman's seat?
No.
Okay.
What if I lived under a rock?
Well, you've been really busy.
I guess so, because like I haven't even...
This was a huge thing on Twitter where a woman was in a seat, like the aisle seat. Oh, Bo must have seen it.
She's having a little dream. She's like dreaming about airplanes. It's like, whoa.
And she had reclined her seat, and the person behind her was in the last row, so he couldn't recline.
Oh, I hate that row.
Well, yes, everyone does. It's
Why
the
couldn't
worst.
they just move 2 inches?
It's
the worst seat.
And he was mad at her for reclining, and so he used his fist and just did that incessantly and pushed her seat for forever.
I would be furious.
So she's holding her phone out and filming it.
Yeah, as you should.
And then it became this conversation on Twitter about, like, who do you hate?
Right.
Someone who reclines so inconsiderately, or someone who punches another person's chair because they're in protest?
But I don't like saying reclined inconsiderately, because you doing what the seat is designed to do is not inconsiderate. Like, if it's one thing if
it's a little inconsiderate, but it is allowed.
Yeah, and there is a right way and wrong way to do it. Like, I've been behind the people who they know we're about to hit 10,000 feet and they just slam it back.
Oh, they're psyched.
They're so psyched.
Yeah.
Or like they do it as soon as it takes off. And I'm just like, whoa, buddy.
Calm down.
It sounds a dude. So I'm like, whoa, buddy. And so there's that person that like I hate.
Yeah.
And then what that does is it starts a chain reaction.
Yes, it does.
If that person does that, then I have to then recline my seat, and then the person behind it, da-da-da-da. I blame the airlines because they did not put that. If that last row reclined, we would have no problem.
Yes.
Because he could recline his seat, and that is the worst spot on the plane. Once I was stuck in that spot, and the bathrooms broke, and it was like clogged and overflowing, and all I could smell in a seat. And, oh my God, on that same flight, this was the worst flight. It was flying back from a reunion so you can imagine how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I still didn't punch the back of a seat. And my video, my TV thing was stuck on TLC. And you know what was airing? My 600-pound life. And I watched 5 episodes I was forced to watch this because I even asked them, like, this is stuck on this. Like, can you turn it off? Oh, we tried. We can't. They couldn't turn it off.
You're kidding.
They couldn't turn off my screen. And I was just forced to watch.
Oh, my God.
This show, like, that's, you know, as a therapist, I'm like, I'm watching human suffering and pain. And, like, I'm like, oh, I want to help everybody. And, oh, he needs therapy. And she, all of them, because I saw so many episodes. And then I was stuck with the smell and the recline, and it couldn't recline.
Yeah, that's
and I was just
awful.
like, this is the worst flight ever.
Yes.
And still didn't punch a seat of that person in front of me. But I remember I've definitely been frustrated when I'm been in that row and that person reclines. But what did that guy think was going to happen?
He thought that, I think his intention was to get her to put her seat back up.
Like, I'm going to annoy her enough, and then she's going to put her seat up.
Yeah, and after I got the video, I probably would do that. Because,
you would?
Well, because I don't want to be punched all flight.
Oh, you put it up. Oh, 100% I would.
I'd probably call the flight attendant.
Right.
But I am not a seat recliner. I don't do that on principle. I don't think it's very nice to people. But I'm also not tall. So, you know, like it's different.
I'm not a seat recliner either, actually. I sometimes go halfway.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help me.
I would if it were some big difference.
Right.
But all it does is really just hurt the person behind you.
And the only time I do it is when the person in front of me has reclined theirs so much to where I can't even open up my laptop.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I have to do like work on the plane. So then I'm forced to recline
So
mine.
everyone was having this debate online and being like,
this is crazy.
You know, who do you hate? Some people hated her. Some people hated him. And then I tweeted like, you know, I hate them both, but shouldn't we really be mad at the airline?
Yes, that's who I'm. Yes, this is what that is. That is 100%.
Yes.
It's like I said, give me the extra 2 inches. It wouldn't have been a problem.
Right.
2 inches.
The whole thing is structured to maximize revenue at the expense of the customer. And do you know what this reminded me of?
What?
The challenge.
Of course it is.
Because we all fight in those houses and we hate each other and we get so mad because everyone's rude. And then I'm like, oh, wait, we're supposed to be. It's designed for this to happen.
It's designed for that.
And so, of course.
Oh, my God, it's designed for us to be so, because they've even done studies on this where they want to make it, you talked about this, the level of uncomfortable to where you're willing to spend a little bit more for that leg room.
Yeah.
Where if you have the because after being in that row and experiencing that literally shitty flight, it always comes back to poo on here. Somehow we always bring it full circle.
The Poo Chronicles.
I have definitely said $20 for more leg room, and I don't have to. I know it's not going to be that last row. Yeah, I'll take that seat. And
Absolutely.
I've spent more knowing about the bad experience I have. So I would imagine that they would almost try to give somebody.
They want to provoke you into spending more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost like, oh yeah, this flight was bad. Well, in the next one, you should definitely get that extra leg room.
And or
I'm
like
pissed at airlines now.
Pay for early boarding or whatever. And I just feel like we're mad at each other, and the real villain is like, what?
You're 100% right. I totally agree.
Another thing that we should all love and agree on is Lightstream and how awesome it is for helping you get rid of all those crazy balances on your credit cards that everyone's dealing with. I just got a message from Rainiac who tried Lightstream, loved it, had a really good experience. And I love when they confirm what I say. They were like, the application was super easy. I got my money super fast, and it really helped with my debt.
It's great.
I know,
because I feel like people don't believe me when I say my brother did it, and they're like, "Yeah, your brother." But no, here you go, outside sources.
Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver, which I love. And it's so easy to lower your interest rate and save with a Lightstream credit card consolidation loan. You can get a rate as low as 5.95% APR with autopay. I just love when our listeners, confirm that it's a good experience. Apply today to get a special interest rate discount and save even more. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/braincandy, lightstream.com/braincandy, subject to credit approval. Rate includes 0.50% autopay discount. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/braincandy for more information. I'm just over here stroking my little friend Bobo.
That was the cutest thing that I just witnessed happen. She got up from her nap and she's like, I kind of feel like I need some love. Who should I go to? Oh, I'll just walk over to Susie and I'll sit right next to her because I know what she's going to do. Pet, 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 pet.
Yeah.
And that's all she wanted.
She's a good girl.
She's also turning into a little bit of a diva.
Uh-oh, what happened?
She has been very particular about how she takes her food now because, during the dog custody battle, it wasn't much of a battle.
Battle.
Just like we've talked about before, I have custody of her, and I am like, oh, I want a treat. I'm sorry, I'll give you extra treats or whatever. So I started giving her wet food mixed in with dry food.
That is something you cannot undo.
Nope, you cannot. And you know what she's started to do? She picks out the dry food. Spits it on.
She does not.
Suze, I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it with my own eyes, and I had to call around here. I'm like, look what she did. She will pick it up and leave it, drop it, I do not like this. And she will stare and look at her bowl and if I don't add enough of the mix in it, she's like, no, I'm not eating this. If she sees the other stuff. And she used to eat it all the time. I haven't switched brands or anything. She's just like,
what do you think would happen if you got no more wet?
Oh, she won't eat it. She had already protested for a whole day. And then at 7 p.m., she hadn't eaten breakfast because she resisted. So Ren's like, should we just pick it up and take it off? So then next time when she's hungry, we'll put it down. She eats it. Still protested. Her stomach, we could hear it rumbling. And I'm like, Bo, stop protesting. Just eat your food. It's right there. You've eaten this for 2 years. It's fine. And she's like, nah, I want the good stuff. And I'm even willing to go through the pain.
How long do you think that would have gone on?
I think 2 days.
No.
I think so, because she would have skipped dinner and would have been like, if I didn't, I was just like, I went out to the store and I bought her more like mix-in stuff.
This is how I know that all your parenting prescriptions will be out the window.
I know, because I can't even do it with a freaking dog.
No, just because it's so different when you love the thing or the person.
Oh my God, you're so right.
It's just
because
different.
I'm like, no, I can't. I will fold.
Yeah, and you know them too, like you.
Yep.
And you know. Yep. I don't know.
I'm like, she's not. I know that she's not gonna. She's gonna do. She's gonna protest, and she's not gonna eat this, and she's gonna pick it out, and so daintily eats around the, picks it out, and there were 4, right. And I was like, did she just spit out her food? Okay, message received. I will not do that anymore. And oh man,
God bless.
God bless.
Hold on. Oh, I wanted to ask you this. Changing the subject.
Yeah.
Do you, I think I know the answer. Do you wash your hands after you pee at home?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Huh. I do.
And it's on principle, not just habit. You believe that this is the right thing to do.
No, it's probably habit. I don't know.
You don't even think about it.
I don't even think about it.
It's just all the routine.
Yeah.
Every time you pee, you wash your hands.
Maybe there's 1 in 10 when I don't.
Wow. I'm never, ever washing my hands after I pee at home. There you go, guys.
It's interesting.
You already know that I'm disgusting because I take baths, so whatever.
Well, it's interesting you bring this up because I've been moving a lot. I've been have had dirty hands. I've been doing garage sales, all this stuff.
Yes.
I have, in the past 2 weeks, washed my hands before I've gone to the bathroom.
Well, that
almost
I see
every single time.
Okay.
And I had this I was like, wait a sec. Why don't we do that? It seems like...
Good point.
It seems like I should be washing my hands before I introduce and then people are like, well, you're not touching that area. But
you do touch the paper.
Yeah, and that... I don't know. It feels like I should be washing my hands before. Mm-hmm.
I've learned through Twitter and all of these conversations that I am clearly not a germaphobe. I'm totally fine with germs.
I think I might be more of a germaphobe than you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think about all of that.
I don't know what determines that.
Yet I bite my nails, which is weird.
Oh, that's true.
But not when my hands are dirty.
You go ahead and wash them first?
Yep, and I clean. If my nails, look at how long, this is long for me. You can see the whites of them because they've been so dirty underneath, and I can't do it because I just think about all the gross stuff on there. Just like when I lived in New York, my nails had never been longer because I was like, I'm in the metro, I'm touching the thing, I'm driving on a train, or not driving on a train, riding on a train.
Yeah.
I just knew that I was touching everything that was nasty and mysterious wetness everywhere. I couldn't bite my nails that whole time. So really I should just live in a city all the time and then I'd never bite my nails.
You'd have an amazing manicure.
Amazing, as long as I stayed away from horror films and intense emotional documentaries.
Dahlia, can you do a poll where we find out if people... wash their hands after they pee at their house.
At their house.
I mean, obviously I wash before I prepare food or eat or something like that, but I just don't see the need because I don't touch the pee.
Right.
And I don't mind my own germs in my house.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah, you want to get rid of that
ritual? Well, because I've always, not been judged, but... I've always felt like men should wash their hands afterwards more than women should.
They touch their wieners.
I know. I've made this argument, and guys are like, I don't get the big deal.
Oh, they don't think they should wash.
Not current.
If I touched my vagina,
ex-partner, partners.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ren, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. No, if I was touching my vagina, for sure I would wash after.
Yeah.
But
they're touching. But okay, so I had this aha moment because I don't know if it's an aha moment. It was just a moment where I was like, interesting. Mm-hmm. So Ren and I were making some meal, and I was cutting up a Serrano chili,
Oh, yeah.
Serrano pepper.
Okay, I see where this is going.
And I jokingly said, better wash your hands before you go to the bathroom. And he was like, why? I'm like, well, because, like, wouldn't it, like, get on there and face. Burn? And, like...
Sarah just made the face she makes when she thinks the answer is obvious. Right, I'm like, doesn't know why you don't know.
I don't know why. And he's like, well, no, because it's not a mucous membrane, so it just feels like regular skin, and it doesn't even hurt. Or, right? See? You're making the same face right now. So, there you go. I didn't even think about that our vagina is a different type of skin.
Wow.
Like the outside of, like, I've had it in my head, like, oh, I got to be gentle with that. And like, because it's like, maybe the
what about balls?
I have so many questions.
They must be more like vaginas.
I'm going to just like hear you with that information, but know that there are like 40 follow-up questions because I was like, where does it become different? Is it different? Like, because I have definitely had that experience where I've like wiped my nose or wiped my eye or God forbid, gone to the bathroom before washing my hands. And I'm like,
I have had the vagina problem
where it burns because you eat hot shit all the time.
Yes.
And you like cut up a pepper. And I put up a tweet years ago that said something like, almost through grad school, maybe it wasn't years ago, but like while I was in grad school, I was like, about to receive a master's, still can't remember to wash my hands before touching my eyeballs after cutting up a jalapeno.
Yeah.
And like, so,
yes.
But I did not realize that
no, me neither.
Penis outside of a penis, like a penis shaft, is just skin.
I would not have.
Right?
It doesn't feel like the skin.
It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it should be in a way the same. But it's not.
Are you sure though?
He was like, I don't see what, and I was like, wait a sec. So that's just like your arm, like your skin on your.
It feels different. I guess because it's hairless.
And it's just thinner skin.
So it's kind of like the hair on your palm.
Like.
So it's hairless but not mucus.
Right. Oh. And so it's really only us who have to worry about that. And I was making the joke and I'm like,
I never thought
that would have been funny if you were a woman and you would have like understood what I'm saying. But now I'm
now
what?
It's just awkward.
Now it's just weird because like, we have to have a conversation about what the hell kind of skin it is on a penis shaft.
So if he touched his wiener...
It wouldn't stay. The same way if you touched your arm after cutting up a Serrano. Or your hands. Your hands don't...
Oh my God.
Doesn't that kind of make... I've been way too gentle with these things. That's what it feels like. It's like a finger? Well, shit. Okay. Here I am like,
these
like
things.
dainty. Like...
Yeah,
just
right.
like, I didn't know. And how would you because my only experience is that's a very, like, don't get anything near that. And like,
tender.
It's basically
TLC.
just like the inside of a penis. Which is.
Wait, did you, yeah.
You know?
I get what you're saying.
Like, I don't know.
Did you know that TLC's acronym
The Learning Channel? What were you going to say?
The group.
Oh, the group. What?
TLC. Don't go.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Is their names, their initials. T-Boz.
Left Eye and Cool.
And Chili.
Chili.
Yes.
Chili.
Did you know
Left Eye
that?
and Chili. No, actually, I never knew that. That's weird because
You thought it was just tender loving care.
Huge.
Big fan.
Huge.
Who's your favorite member?
At least Left Eye Lopez.
No, she's my least.
What?
R.I.P. I mean, I don't wish her dead.
Oh, she's my favorite because she was like sporty and like always like different.
I don't like the rap interludes.
That's my favorite part. That's all I cared about was memorize. And on all those stupid love stations, they always cut out that part. And I'm always pissed when they do because that's when I come in hot with the I know every word to that. And it is one of my favorites when that's on. I'm like, you might as well just turn on mute. I'll take over that. I got it. Anytime somebody does karaoke to that song, I'm like, anybody need the rap? I got it.
God, you could have been the third member after her tragic death.
I was into it. I will wear those, like, give me some baggy pants and a little, like, triangle bra, and I will dance under a waterfall.
I mean, she's adorable. She was adorable.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I
even think I went,
sad.
like,
so
Lord,
far
as to, like,
not.
I was, this was the second CD.
She was just motioning, like, under her eyes.
Yeah.
She painted
This
on
is
it.
the second CD I ever owned. It was, yeah. Well, it was second CD. Third thing, I owned Janet Jackson Control. Mm-hmm. I owned the soundtrack to Beverly Hills 90210. And then next I bought TLC Crazy Sexy Cool.
Wow.
Yep. And Salt and Pepper.
Oh my God, this is growing, this list.
Yeah. Those were like all I listened to.
But did you ever feel like I wish TLC was just L?
No.
Oh, you like the trio?
Yeah, I like the trio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I love
but
her
you just
songs.
didn't like that she was disrespected and they removed her song part.
Yeah. That's the best part of the song. And Susie's like, I didn't
the
care for it.
worst.
I'm like, this is why we have different tastes in music.
You know, getting into the musicality of it, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh
I seen the rainbow yesterday.
Yeah.
Too many stones have come and gone, leaving a trace of not one God-given ray.
You love that.
I love it.
I don't get you.
It's my favorot part.
Why
are you taking out all of the best parts of the songs?
I'm just like, where is
Coast
this coming from,
105.9? No, 105.9 is their hip-hop station. It's Coast 103.5. Yeah, that one.
All right, well, we got to go. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Oh, my God, that was so fast.
It's the wine.
It probably is. I've had a couple glasses, so this will be a fun one. Or already was. We'll see.
Next time. Bye.
Don't
say
say
goodbye,
goodbye,
Sarah. Sarah, say goodbye.
Bye.